This morning, the Chief of Defense Staff commences ongoing tour at the office of the Governor for West Coast Region in Brikama, where he held discussions with Governor O.Cham on issues about security. West Coast Region is home for 2 different infantry battalions, making it a strategic component for the country's security sector. Upon receiving the Chief of Defense Staff's delegation, the Governor for West Coast Region, O.Cham, applauded the entourage for what he described as an excellent commitment to reaching out to the local communities across the country. Governor Bojang described his relations with the regional security chiefs as cordial. He equally commended on the national security sector reform plans to regionalize security.
About the security reform thing, with having to regionalize the NSC, I think that's going to give us a different outfit, and that would prepare us, but most importantly, it will prepare our men and women in uniform to know that, you know what, as I move forward, I can serve into every different capacity, and they will be able to have more control, but most importantly, better information flow from the higher level, at the central level, of what happened with even their weekly Security Council meetings directly to us, and then it will definitely come to every single level. You don't have to wait for somebody to tell you all the way from Banjul that this is what is going on. So I really want to thank the command for that. I think that's a good observation, and that would definitely be one of the most important things we will have to end up doing when it comes to security reform.
The Permanent Secretary at the Ministry of Defense, Rohibite Dabo, seized the opportunity to call on the Governor to support in addressing the needs of the security apparatus, particularly the armed forces.
Now, as governors, you have a big role to play, because eventually, if you look at the military budget, it's always not enough. I think at your level, we may not be able to cover everything as, the defense sector, but at your level, since we are trying to decentralize, and eventually a full-fledged decentralization would help, so that whatever is coming from the regions will feed into the center. So maybe when you're having your budget for next year, you can consider, just putting something for the military or the security sector. Why not? The security services that are in your region, to ensure that you can take care of, some businesses for them. That would be really helpful, so that we can divide the responsibilities, because they're serving all of us. I always say that, security is everybody's business.
The Chief of Defense Staff, Lieutenant General Mamat O.Cham, briefed the Governor of West Coast Region about his activities and message to the personnel across the country, saying that security is now a people-centered one.
We want to make sure that people are secure in their houses, they are secure in their villages, they are secure in their communities. They can go to their rice fields, their farmlands, conduct their business, without any fear of being harassed or being robbed. And that is the conversation we've started, and thank God, we're having a headway. The West Coast region is also a very important region as far as the Gambia Armed Forces is concerned. Like you rightly said, we have 2 infantry battalions located in the West Coast region. If I am not mistaken, we have about 8 to 9 different deployments in West Coast region, including 1 infantry battalion, where we have also the headquarters of the Defense Headquarters Platoon.
From Brikama, the Chief of Defense Staff's convoy moved to Katong border post, where he was handed over a naval post built by the Gambia Maritime Administration. For Star TV, I am Mudu El Baji.